Guys, so like you've seen the title of this video, I wanted to talk about this for a bit. Um, I've seen, I'm sure as you have, a lot of videos, a lot of even high stake people, Hollywood people, from the top to the core fans, to the people that think they know about this or that think they deserve to seek their truth in the matter. But still, I haven't seen a definitive conclusion on. Anyway, the videos I've seen, very good ones, and I respect all the people's, a lot of people's vision about why Batman does not kill, and that is his only rule, the only rule he follows, because Batman, of course, is an outlaw. Batman is the ultimate anti-hero of heroes, and he is the greatest hero of heroes because he is an outlaw. That's the difference. That's the line that he crosses. That makes other heroes pale in comparison because they don't have his reach, they don't have his potential, and because Batman, being a flawed human being, is one of his greatest achievements. And that's why aliens like Superman and um, superhumans like Deadshot, or not Deadshot, Deathstroke, or augmented humans, or whatever you want to have, they all, that's their ultimate weakness. Because by, of course, you say Virtuoso, it's their greatest strength. I mean, look at Deathstroke. Look at what he can do. Look at how he can challenge Batman. Look at his skills. Look at his strength, speed, stamina, whatever. Blah blah blah. So yeah, it's all well and good, but humans, the strength of humans is that they can, like Batman. I won't say humans. I say the greatest strength of Batman is that when he fails, he learns a lot very quickly. I'll leave it to that. And that's something that Superman can never learn, because Superman. I won't go into Superman. I don't like linking Batman and Superman. I don't like linking Batman with other superheroes. I don't like the Justice League. I think Batman is, like Matt Reeves just showed us, is a human being that deserves to be in a world with humans. So, and I mean, of course, there are some. I mean, if Matt Reeves does 10 Batman movies, uh, then now, yeah, after that, yeah, introduce Superman if you want. I mean, when you're when you have said your piece about everything interesting you can do with Batman, which is a lot, then do your whatever comic book uh, consumerist rich folk shit. I don't care. But but I think the greatest. But yeah, why Batman does not kill? And you'll say, "Oh, Virtuoso, you said your favorite Batman is Keaton and Mask of the Phantasm, and Michael Keaton's Batman kills, and blah blah blah. And I don't agree. But like I've said in my reviews, Keaton's Batman is the more psychotic of the portrayal that we've had so far. I think so. Let's round it up. I don't count 60s Batman. I don't fucking care about that stuff. It's childish. Um, Keaton's Batman. Did you ever see him kill anybody? Straight. Even when he goes and destroy Ace Chemicals. The criminals chose to be in that place. Batman has to destroy it. If you want to work for the Joker and be in the wrong place at the wrong time, then it's your fucking problem, man. I'm gonna put bombs there and I'm gonna blow it up. You have time to get out. You know the Batmobile's here. Okay, so then the Batwing attack. When the Batwing attacks the Joker, he is centered. His multi-million aircraft guided system is centered on the Joker, and he still misses. He still misses. Oh, but you say, oh yeah, but he shoots the big cake and the gangster fall off. And yeah, that's the point. They fall off. When you're shot, you would have got a you would have got a big splunk of splatter of blood. With the fucking artillery and missiles, do you know the size of the bullets that fucking Batwing is shooting? The guy heads would explode, dismemberment, but no, it's just clack 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 in a cake and they fall. Did you see anybody get killed? I'm sorry, maybe you're saying bullshit all over, but it's the facts. And then at the beginning of Batman Returns, the clown, the circus attack, he sets a demon on fire. Yeah, it's winter. Roll over. Yeah, you'll get major burns, but you can survive. I lighted you on fire because you were in retribution for you blowing up things on fire. Ex equal. We're now equal. I have used the same level of force as you. If he wants to kill someone, he can just run them over with his Batmobile. Why light them on fire? It's like in Dark Knight Returns when he breaks legs and anything, and or make someone fall off a window and cut themselves at the glass and saying, right now I'm the only one that get you to hospital in time. Or breaking legs and saying, he's young, he'll walk again. It's the same exact thing. He's young, he'll walk again. He's burnt, he'll live. I didn't see Batman kill anybody. Well, he killed the... And then you say, well, he killed the Joker, Jack Nicholson. No. Put Batman in Jack Nicholson's shoes. Batman has a gargoyle attached to his ankle, and of course nobody's strong enough to survive this. I mean, you're gonna fall, of course. Batman would have gadgets, would have just cut the cord and lived. If the Joker wants to play games and try to kill him and Vicky Vale, and oh, you don't have the strength or the tools to get you out of that predicament, well, that's your fucking problem. Also, you've killed my parents. Go fuck yourself. I mean, anyway, I won't sit here and have an excuse for every Batman. I mean, there are lots of pitfalls, and you can find about anything on one side or the other. I mean, for me, the definitive Batman is really in the Arkham games. The Arkham games have brought Batman to the next level by staying true to the spirit of the animated series, which in the animated series there is absolutely no kill rule, and you can say, oh, it was for children. Children, have you watched this fucking show? It's not for children. It's made for adults. The themes, the drama, I mean, it's for adults. That's the same way Mask of the Phantasm was for adults. So anyway, like I said, Keaton was the more psychotic because you gotta be pretty psychotic to wake up at 3 o'clock and then at night and go hang yourself by the ankles like a bat. Something's wrong there. Then Val Kilmer was the most, I would say, the most broken with his visions, his flashes, by having a love affair with a psychiatrist, uh, by by having he's having hallucinations. He's so broken that he's still at 35 years old having fucking hallucinations about the Red Diary and all that stuff. So we won't talk about George Clooney. Christian Bale. Christian Bale was the most, I would say, mm, how could I put it? He was the most dedicated because we saw so much of his origin story, but he was also the dumbest because he wasn't a detective. His fighting was shit, and his tactics were shit, and everything of his gadgets, everything of his tools, everything that he has come out of his armory was all Lucius Fox. So he was dedicated, but he was also the dumbest. Because on one point, I seen Batman Returns, Bruce in a little engineer coat repairing his Batmobile like it's every other Sunday in the week of the week. No problem, just doing regular stuff. Fixing the Batmobile, a high-powered street race car with weapons like a James Bond shit, and he's repairing this alone. Like, yeah, just something to do. But no, Christian Bale needs Lucius Fox to. Oh my God, Lucius, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. Give me a Batmobile. Give me a cape. Give me a tool belt. Give me a grappling gun. Give me a new suit. Give me this and give me that, and I do nothing alone. And we have to. No, that's not Batman. Ben Affleck was the most. Ben Affleck was then there's no what. It's Zack Snyder, so it doesn't count. Zack Snyder is a fucking piece of trash. He's fucking dumb as shit, and mix it with Goyer and produced by Christopher Nolan. You have a sack of shit. You have really. I mean, Ben Affleck was the most. Um, Ben Affleck was the most um, unlucky. I'll say that. And I'm talking literally meta to Ben Affleck because Ben Affleck did everything he could to make that role great. And in some senses, he did it great. There are some rare scenes in Ben, not in Justice League, in Batman v Superman. There are some legit great Bruce Wayne and Batman scenes that I absolutely love. They are very tiny and very short, and they don't stand the test of time. But because Ben Affleck was so great, he really gave his all. He gave his all physically, mentally, theatrically. Uh, it's a goddamn shame. He would have made the. He could have been the greatest Batman of all time. He could have been. He had all the looks, he had the charms, he had the physicality, he had the suit, he had the budget, he had the team. No, he did, but he did have the creative team to. He was working with a fucking pack of idiots. So that's it. Ben Affleck, and you'll say the most violent, the most brutal, the most well, you know, I keep when you do martial arts, you understand that yeah, I mean, I've seen professional martial artists that could fight like Batman any day of the week. It's not. I mean, it takes a lot of skill and a lot of years of dedication, but it's not something impossible. Like that's why. But in Batman Arkham, when you see because that's his Batman's greatest strength. Of course, he's strong physically, mentally, psychologically, but his tactics and his intelligence is he's always the smartest guy in the room. He's always the most clever guy. So I mean, yes, of course, he's the best fighter, if you will, but that doesn't. You can be the best fighter and get gunned down any day of the week. Why does Batman live still? Because it's the smartest. You cannot run into guns every night and live. You can't. You're gonna catch a bullet in the fucking face. It's random. Guns are fucking dangerous. So, why is he still alive? Why is he still running in the night? Because he's the smartest. And you see, he has the best gadgets, the best tactics to go with it. He knows how to use it, all the weaknesses of his foes. He can read people very well. He can read lips. He can, I mean, speak in many languages. He can uh, be stealthy. He can be stealthy when he needs, violent when he needs. He can take people hostage. He can disappear. He can, there's so much he can do that. That's why Batman is the greatest. So, Judge, I was just talking of the fight scenes. Because I'm a martial artist, and I mean, I've seen people fighting, doing better fighting than any fight in any Batman movie I've seen, and it's amazing. It's amazing to see. But then you say, well, those people, it's all down. It's not about Batman. It's about the fight choreographer. Look at the fight choreography in the Nolan movies. It's pathetic. First, the camera is pathetic. Two, it's Christian Bale that is not a martial artist, so it's doubly pathetic. And it's triply pathetic when the choreography is so shit. With a martial art, yeah, it might work, it might not work. I don't care. Um, and all the people that revere over the warehouse fight scene in BVS, not a very, it's not the worst fight. It's a it's a fight we haven't seen before, but it's very very it's not very Batman-y. Um, they try to do very Arkham style of fighting, and of course when you're fighting 4 or 5 people, but just the only thing it's I mean I won't say I'm better than them. It's just it's it's a good looking fight. That's the difference. There's a difference between a good looking fight and a very great choreographed fight. I mean, if it was me, I would have take the guy from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Best choreography I've ever seen. I don't know Asian martial arts, maybe it's all crap, but god damn, if you want it to look good, you and your ping. It's the same for the Matrix. The Matrix. I mean, people don't like Reloaded and Revolutions. I mean, guys, look at the fucking fighting. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking great. And when we have one fight scene with Batman, like 2 minutes, we are in awe. We're in fucking awe. And it's like, it's Batman. Of course we're in awe when he fights. It shouldn't be the news of the day. I mean, I would have called the fight choreographer from from Batman from Arkham City. I would have given him the job. That's it. And the fight with Superman was just lazy and stupid and awkward. So I won't talk about that. But anyway, it's not about fighting. It's about why Batman does not kill. And we had it again in Robert Pattinson's Batman from Matt Reeves. And he says still the same thing that has been the rhetoric for a lot of Batman material. It's cross that line. He says to Catwoman, cross that line, see where that leads you. Beware, beware the first kill, because you will never come back from the depth of the abyss. Because remember, the only difference between Batman and a man is that Batman looked at the abyss and he didn't blink. That's the difference. Batman is a master of himself. That's why he's successful, and that's why he is feared. So, yeah, that's just my 2 cents, because people want to quote this and quote that, and of course, you can say the majority of the people would say, well, a gun killed his parents, so like in Batman Begins, and I like the vision in Batman Begins that I like when he sees the gun that he was gonna use at the courthouse, and he just throws it in the ocean like disgusted, and I like that. It was very well done. But and you have, on the other hand, you have the Dark Knight Returns vision of these weapons are loud and clumsy. They're the weapons of the enemy. They're the weapons of the cowards. And our he takes his batarangs, and our weapons are subtle and silent and non-lethal. But yeah, but Batman, because Batman, one thing I learned in my martial arts journey is that to really, really, really be good against people with guns, you have to know your guns very well. I mean, I don't know guns very well at all, and that might get me killed someday. I don't fucking know. But you cannot. It's like, so that's why I don't agree. And let me rephrase this, guys. I'm gonna critique the Dark Knight Returns, but it's not. Look, Alan Moore is not a martial artist. He, he's a better writer than I will ever be. He's a better storyteller. He's a better everything. But when Batman steals a gun just to make to shoot a C4 explosion in the when he's chasing the Joker down and the police is coming and he's bleeding out and he tries to shoot. He's like, Batman is would be very capable with guns. He would be John Wick level with guns, not because he wants to use them, but because to be able to successfully defend yourself against, and in his case, a lot, a lot of enemies at the same time with guns. That's when we remember the tactics. But that's when, when you disarm a gun, you have to do it safely. You have to do it uh, with no bullet, no random bullet flying in the wrong direction and killing a grandma that crosses the street. I mean, all these things. It's You have to be able to discharge a weapon, unlock the weapon. Like, let's give this to Christian Bale in The Dark Knight when the Joker attacks his Playboy mansion, and he just knocks a guy down and break the gun in two. Like, that's clever. That's a good visual. But Batman, yeah. So I was just going on this parentheses because I just want to say that it's not a hatred of guns, because Batman would know a lot about guns, about every aspect of gun work, every movement, every style, every a number of chamber in the number of rounds in the chamber, number how the weapon clicks, is it how the weapon fires, what kind of weapon. Um, he would know. He would be an expert. It's not because you're an expert in geology that it will save you someday because you're drowning in the ocean. It's like it doesn't have anything to do with it. It's like it's something you have to know to accomplish a goal. That doesn't mean it will serve you every day, every second of every day. And that doesn't mean you like it. That just means that you have the knowledge to um, be a better, in Batman's case, a better fighter, better efficient fighter, because everyone is firing guns everywhere at every time. Everyone, always, night after night, guns after guns, always. You have to know Batman knows his gun work. No choice. He has to. So, yeah. So why does Batman not doesn't why doesn't Batman kill? I think firstly, of course, his parents. Um, he saw what the power of death. Batman respects the power of death very much, and that's something that has shaped him in what he is. But I think I won't go to already half an hour. Sorry, guys, I'm drifting here, but I just want to say my piece about that because um, I of course I like better the biggest piece, the biggest cake of the biggest dessert of the biggest piece of the puzzle is Batman doesn't kill because, and again, it's a Nolan phrase, but that's what separates him from everyone else. I think ultimately that is why. And it's not, I mean, it's like I'm just taken aback because I've never talked with, I think I might have talked with some people that have do some shit, but I, 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 I would have to talk to veterans and people that have really killed people. Because not because they're criminals, because of war, because of conflicts, because of self-defense, because of anything, and see how it has changed them. Because from what I can know, um, I don't think even I don't know. Maybe I could I could interview a lot of people that have killed people and are very happy with them. It's like, yeah, it was my fucking enemy. Fuck him. Buzz that ass. Yeah, fuck you. No problem. And there's the other sphere that must say that feel very remorseful and that say, well, I see the people have killed three people in a war, and I see their faces on me every night, and that's that talks to the power of humanity, because Batman is the best of humanity. He has peaked physically, mentally, um, and he is the greatest embodiment of the potential of mankind. Of course, he's still pretty fucked up. He's a psycho, but he is just very intense. And I think that the only thing that Batman really fears is knowing how it feels to kill somebody. And I think that every afternoon he wakes up, I think he's just happy that he hasn't have to go there, to know, just to know, because sometimes ignorance is bliss. And I think that Batman, to his dying day, just doesn't want to know how it feels to take a life. Because yes, it's a coward thing to do. Yes, it's a crime. Yes, it's a crime against humanity. Even if you, Batman is not subject to the law. Batman can disappear, beat cops, throw cops into the garbage, this, play with them. He can do anything. He won't get caught. That's not what he fears. Batman fears the day when you will know the difference between being a savior and a murderer, because that would be so much, that would be so dirty. You would take 50 showers and still feel dirty, because that's that's what created him. Murder created him. Guns created him. So that's why he feels cursed. Guns cursed him for life. So that's why, that's the image. Not because it could have been a bat, it could have been a baseball bat, it could have been a knife. Just a knife. It could have been anything. Beat him to death. Whatever. It's not guns or whatever weapon. It's the act of taking a soul. And I know that however dark Batman gets, he knows better to not ever, ever take a soul from this earth. And I guess my point is just that it goes far beyond the shape or the metal of the, or the create, or the existence of guns or knives or the act of killing, of murder. It goes far beyond this. It goes, Batman has a very strict moral code. And when you're a martial artist, you have a strict code of conduct that you have to apply to be, because martial arts are about being better humans for the betterment of mankind. Because you don't want to use it to, for a show, or for um, the sake of showing that you're strong. It's not about that. It's about protecting the sanctity of life. And I think that Batman, being the master of all martial arts, knows in his bones that his goal, Batman's legacy, is protecting the sanctity of life. And that's why he goes out every night doing what he does. And he will never stop. Never. So that's just my 2 cents about it. Um, so anyway, guys, sorry if it took too long. If you have different, I'm sure many people have various different opinions on the matter, and I welcome you. I know, of course, as always, I don't have a lot of viewership or whatever, but if you want to tell me your version of why you think Batman does not kill, or maybe you think he should kill, or he has killed, or whatever you think, I'm always very interested. So thank you for watching, and take care, guys.